Hey everybody, it's John here, and I get the pleasure to introduce you to my dear friend Raj, who's reached out to me several months ago about this wonderful partnership idea. So I just want to send some time over to Raj so we can talk a little bit about our partnership.
Thanks, John. As John mentioned, I'm Raj Lulla. I wrote a book starting about 8 years ago after The Sharing Place was featured on This American Life. And the book is based on the idea of a little boy and a little girl who meet in grief counseling. They each, unfortunately, have lost a father. They grow up, they fall in love, they get married. And then in adulthood, they experience another sudden loss that leaves them wondering if they really are healed from the wounds of the past, and whether or not two people who found their love in tragedy can actually make it in this world. And I know that is a heavy premise that unfortunately all of us are a little bit too familiar with, but the book is really a hopeful book. It's about the idea that we all lose people, and we all experience losses of other kinds, whether it be jobs or opportunities or dreams. And it's asking the question, if these two folks who met in really difficult circumstances can make it, can all of the rest of us make it? And the book is full of humor, it's full of hope, and I'd be honored if you would read it. But I will say, for some of you, this is going to be too close to home, and it's maybe not the right book for you, but it maybe is the right book for somebody in your life who doesn't necessarily understand what you're going through. As John mentioned, we are partnering together to launch this book, and the way that we're doing that is from now until the book launches on March 26th, every copy that's sold, all of the royalties that are made from each pre-order will go directly to The Sharing Place. So I'm donating every dollar that I would make on each copy directly to The Sharing Place. And so I would love if you're in a place where you can read a book like this, if you'd pick up a copy. Otherwise, if you would share it with other people who need to know about places like The Sharing Place and how important they've been in your life and your kids' lives. We just want to get the word out about that. I decided, instead of spending money advertising this book on Facebook or Instagram, that I was going to instead take that same budget, my entire marketing budget, and make it about this, and say, hey, I would rather, instead of giving money to Zuckerberg or whoever, I give that money to somewhere where I know it can do a lot of good. Because of that, there's no other plan. For me, I'm going on as many podcasts and those types of things as I can do for free, but there's no other plan to get this book out in the world. I would love if we could sell about 1,000 copies before the end of March. We're at about, we were over 100 right now, somewhere under 200. And I want to make as close to a $10,000 donation to The Sharing Places. But that means that we're going to have to get the word out a little bit here. Would be honored if you'd buy a copy. But again, if it's not the right timing for you, I would totally understand that. If it is the right timing for somebody in your life to understand what you're going through and to care about the mission of somewhere like The Sharing Place, then be honored if you'd pass the word along or even buy a copy for them.
Yeah, it's a great book. I read it, and it's a privilege to work with Raj, and he's very passionate about grief work. So I encourage you, as Raj says, get a copy or share it with family and friends. So
thanks, John.
You're welcome.